Like and subscribe if you join the crew.
Okay, so today I'm showing you how to make the hibachi. We're going to season our steak first with oil and then some organic vegetable seasoning. It's like garlic. Also, I'm going to be using the Montreal seasoning, steak seasoning with liquid smoke, Worcestershire sauce, and you're just going to mix everything together and let it sit to the side so you can marinate the other meat. Next, we have our chicken. We're going to cut our chicken and then season and marinate it. I just cut about 3 or 4 breasts out, as much as you like. And I went again with the oil and then some more of that seasoning, as well as the Mrs. Dash salt-free table blend. That one is perfect, salt-free. And I used onion and garlic powder. And really any seasoning you want, along with black pepper. And then, of course, my cayenne pepper. So we're just going to mix everything up again and then set it to the side as we also marinate our shrimp. Next step, I wanted to go ahead and cut my veggies. I use zucchini and onion. You can also cut these veggies into whatever size and shape you want. I chose sticks. A lot of people also use those cubes and blocks, but I just wanted a different texture inside of my food. Prepare to cook our meat. I have my skillet heating up with oil and some butter. You can pretty much add whatever kind of oil you want. And I set out the cooked white rice. I had some marinated shrimp, marinated steak, as well as the marinated chicken and the cut up veggies. The way that I did the shrimp, I added the soy sauce, sesame oil, and that salt-free Mrs. Dash seasoning. Now we're going to go ahead and add our steak to the skillet. You can see I was just mixing it and make sure the flavor is there. Of course, add the butter and steak. That is a good pairing together. And if you can multitask, you can start cooking some of the other meat as well. And I got ahead and started with the shrimp. I put, of course, again, the oil and butter in the pan. And then you want it nice and heated up, and then add the shrimp so it can cook perfectly. And as the steak is cooking, you want to slice and dice them up so you can have bite-sized pieces. And you cook it to whatever you're liking, well done, medium well, or if you like medium rare. I wanted to leave my steak on the skillet because as I was cutting it, it can still cook and the pieces won't get overdone. I do like medium well, and some others in the house don't, so I think mixing it that way and cooking it on the skillet worked great. The next step was to add the chicken to the pan. Now my camera, I don't know what was going on, so all you see is the cooked version before I went ahead and sliced it. Again, the chicken, you saw the seasoning before, and I want to slice and cut them up and dice them on the pan so they can cook as well. As you can see, as I'm cutting them, you can see it's very raw in the middle, and that is okay because when you slice them and by the time you get ready to dice them with all the meat that you have, they will begin to cook perfectly, and the meat will still be juicy and not dry, and definitely will be cooked all the way through because they're going to be diced really small, and that can cook really fast. Alright, now I'm going to be showing you all the food that I have. The steak is finished, as you can see, and I'm going to add the chicken to the same pan, just slide everything over. I had to get a little taste, it tasted really good, but now I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken to the rest of the cooked meat. And when you're doing this, please be very careful and not spill any of the meat. We're going to need all of that. As you can see, I'm clumsy. I always drop things. I don't know how in the pan. I guess I can't hold it, but all the meat goes into the pan as much as possible and not the counter. I tried to grab it and it failed. But there's the meat. You can see the steak cooked to perfection. My chicken, nice and juicy, not dry. And you can also see the shrimp that I have here cooked perfectly. Those were the very small shrimp that I use normally for my fried rice that you're going to see cooking here. Starting off with 2 eggs, and you want to fry it in a skillet. Only thing I would say is make sure you pay attention to your egg, because I was, of course, trying to do multiple things and then having the camera set up going around it. My eggs were cooking a little bit faster than I would like. The yolk, I do not like my yolk. I don't know how you explain it, well done or thick that way. I want it to be an overall like the same texture, so just make sure you're watching your egg, keep mixing it and things like that. And if that does happen, like it did for me, like a hard fry, all you have to do is just keep adding a little bit of oil and it'll break down, and keep chopping it up like I did there. Then you're gonna add your veggies to the skillet. All I did was put olive oil. You can put a little bit of butter as well, and then make sure you're going back and forth to each pot and stirring them so they don't burn. After that egg, I went ahead and put it in another pan since it was cooked. Add some more oil to the pan and added the onions. I used minced onions there and some of the chopped onions that I had from another recipe. I normally use spring onions, but I didn't go to the store and get that, so the actual McCormick diced onions or minced onion actually works just as fine. It tastes really good. And you just want to cook them till the minced onion gets nice and dark, and then the other chopped onions get translucent, and you can add your veggies. That's just a frozen bag of peas and carrots, and I also like corn inside of mine. And another good thing to add to this while your veggies are cooking is sesame oil. Sesame oil definitely brings out the flavor, especially I guess if you want to say in Asian foods like the fried rice and fried shrimp. Something with that, the flavor, you can really taste the difference, and it tastes so good. And your veggies, you kind of just want them to be unthawed, but make sure you keep going back and forth to each pan and stirring like I'm doing with the zucchini there, because you don't want it to burn. It's more like a stir fry. And if you have to, you can add more butter and oil as you go. I only use small amounts so you won't overkill it with the butter. And I like to add my seasoning when it's about done to my zucchini. So going back to the veggies again, you just want to make sure they're not frozen anymore, and then you're going to spread them all to the side so you can start to add your other ingredients and actually cook the fried rice, because this is the main ingredient to your hibachi meal. So again, add some oil, only small amounts just to coat the pan so it won't stick, and get it nice and heated up for your rice so it can be nice and fried. And you're going to add your cooked white rice. That was about 3 cups. It's better to have cold rice, they say, I guess, to break down. And then you can add your egg as well, because everything's just going to mix together. So try to break down the rice. Then you're going to add your sesame oil. Again, it tastes so good, so much flavor. Your soy sauce, I use the reduced sodium one, and also the ginger seasoning, grated ginger, fresh ginger, whichever you would like. And then some more of the Mrs. Dash table blend. That is the main ingredient to this rice. You can add as much as you want to add flavor. And then brown sugar. Reasoning for the brown sugar, this is how I make my teriyaki sauce. And you can either mix everything all together and then pour it in, or do it that way. But I found out this teriyaki sauce that I make tastes really good to making my fried rice. So it's the sesame oil, soy sauce, ginger, brown sugar, all of that mixed together with the spring onions as well. And you can marinate your meat in that. You just have to find the perfect ratio that you like. And I found out this is perfect in my rice. So again, going back to the veggies, do not neglect the veggies because you don't want them to burn, but they can get a nice browning. And I also made some of this the night before, so I have some of the other cooked zucchini and onions that I just added to make more of the meal. Because when I cooked it for myself, that was enough, but now I'm cooking for the family, so just add the leftover veggies if you have any, and it'll be perfect with a little bit of butter again, and then that'll help when you add your seasoning. All of it can stick together and marinate, so that's when I add my seasoning last. And again, keep going back to your rice, because you can see there's still clumps, which means some of the rice are still cold, and try to break it down and fry it. And once everything is mixed well, I turned my skillet to high heat so the rice can really fry, and kind of let it there to sit because it is a big pot, so the rice can really fry. And again, just keep sampling it to see if you need to add anything else. The flavor, I think I got it right the first time, so luckily I didn't have to, just let it fry. And the veggies were pretty much done and ready to come off, so I just gave it one last toss and mix, and we're going to get ready and put everything to the side in the plate so you guys can see how it turned out. You can see the chicken, steak, shrimp, everything perfect. So make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. I thank you for watching, and get ready soon so you can see the plating. That fried rice was so good, hot and steamy. Okay, here's the final result. You compare with William sauce and also sriracha sauce. So I hope you guys like the recipe and try it out and enjoy.